Good morning and welcome to the OpenMetrics Weekly Video Log. Today I want to talk about blogs. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, why should I implement a blog onto my website? And I always retort with another question, and I say, when should you implement a blog onto your website? Because we are actually at a point on the internet where a website, just having a static website with no interactivity between you and your customer, is stale. It's almost like, the rock bands in 1988. It doesn't really fit the times very well. You want your customer to feel personal service when you go out and provide a service or a product to them. You want that customer to feel special. And that is really what a blog allows you to do. When a customer comes to your static website, what happens is they learn about XYZ. They get this nice little box of what is going on with your company, who you're about, what you provide, the services that you provide. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of boring stuff, right? You just go click, 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 click. But think about this. Let's talk about, I love my peanut butter and jelly example, right? Let's talk about, on your blog, some of the difficulties or what is going on in the peanut butter and jelly sandwich industry. You want to provide this connection between your customer and your website. When they visit you, they want to know, wow, I went to Jane Doe's website about making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they were getting their peanuts, from Australia, and they were using this company over here, but there was a big typhoon or something in Australia, and so now they had to actually reroute all this stuff. Now they're getting their peanuts from New Zealand, or well, not New Zealand, but someplace else, like South America, Venezuela, someplace else, right? So what does that allow the customer to do? It gives them more information. It gives them that personal feeling of like, wow, they really know how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches really, really, really well. And it just gives them that personal satisfaction of knowing this company knows what they're doing. It gives them the ability of learning more about you. They want to know. Us as humans, we're sponges. We want information. We need it. Or kind of like Johnny number 5 on Short Circuit. Need more input, need more input, need more input. That is exactly what a blog really boils down to. You want to give them being your customers, more information, more data, more input on how you're creating your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. What's going on? If nothing else, you can talk about milestones that you're reaching, right? You can have a blog entry, 1 billion peanut butter and jelly sandwiches created today, right? And it's like a press release, right? That's one way to create a blog. One reason to use a blog is almost kind of as a press release section of your website. But what the other side of this coin for the blog does, you take all this information out and give it to your customer, right? But it also gives the customer the ability to give you feedback. Let me say that again. It gives the customer the ability to give you feedback. So if they come back and they make a comment on your blog about, such and such happening in Australia, and that you couldn't get your peanuts from there, and then you had to go to Venezuela to get your peanuts, it gives the customer the ability to say, wow, that is, that's really great that you got your peanuts from there, but I got this concern or that concern. And it starts to create a dialogue. Isn't that what you want to do with your customers? You want to create a dialogue. You want this open dialogue going on between you and your customers. A blog is what that is for. Exactly. You want this dialogue going back and forth, and you want people to understand more about your more about yourself, more about your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and what's going on with your company. If you have served 1 billion peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Don't you think you want to celebrate it? Don't you think you want to get it out there? Don't you think you want everybody to know about this? Of course. Now, there's one more side to this coin. I know it's three sides to a coin and it doesn't make sense. When you create a blog, I've talked about creating content, good quality content for your website. A blog is a beautiful way to create content for your website to get found into the search engines. Very simply, let's say you create a blog entry a week, right? It would be better if you did more than one a week, but let's say one a week, right? You now, at the end of 1 year, have 52 extra pages onto your website. Do you think that's going to help you dominate the search engine market about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it? So, when is it time to implement a blog? The answer to that is now. There's three sides to that coin. You have the personal touch with the customer, the comments and the feedback from the customer, and getting more quality content into the search engines. So why shouldn't you implement a blog? I don't know. You need to implement a blog. There's not an answer to that question. When should you implement a blog is a much better answer. Well, that's it for this week's OpenMetrics Video Log. And remember, the good that you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. But you know what? You need to do good anyway. Thank you very much. Bye.